unconditional love is a rare thing on planet Earth. And what we think of as love is far from what I perceive to be true unconditional love. Because the way it goes on planet Earth, these times, is that you are rewarded for satisfying the egos of others, and you are punished for bringing up any kind of trigger in the people around you. And since children, I have a daughter now. She's almost 3 years old. And she's such a bright light, such a radiant, bright soul, so expressive, so creative, so unfiltered, so unconditioned, naturally confident, naturally curious. Those are things we do not have to teach to children because it's totally natural. And at some point, most of us lose that. We lose it. Why? Because we are not loved unconditionally. We are not embraced and accepted unconditionally. Quite the contrary. We are blamed and projected onto for bringing up the triggers in people around us, for bringing up unresolved emotional density and patterns in our parents, our teachers, maybe even our friends. And as innocent children, what do innocent children do? They blame themselves. They internalize. It has to be about me. If I were perfect, this wouldn't have happened. If I can be more perfect, maybe mommy and daddy would love me the way I feel that I need. And so we develop this perfectionism and people-pleasing. And we try to gauge who we are. We try to evaluate whether or not we're doing it right. Because, children, they don't have a notion of right and wrong yet. Because they intrinsically know everything is right. Everything is just life. And there's a natural goodness in children, a natural sense of fairness. And of course that is also to be supported and encouraged by the parents, because the way our culture is, there's no way around developing an ego. And that ego has to be reined in, right? We see that when children, fight over toys and do all kinds of stuff. But there's a natural goodness in every human heart. And most acts of violence and most conflicts and wars, if you trace it all the way back to the very, very root, the practical root of all of that, it is the pain, the resentment, the cynicism and anger of never having been loved and accepted for who I truly am. And if I cannot be loved and accepted by the world, I'd rather see it burn. That is the truth of what we call evil. And so, one of the greatest contribution every human being could possibly make to a world of peace, of harmony, of joy, of being able to express oneself fearlessly, without a fear of being judged, singled out, attacked, or projected upon just by shining your light, is to give love to the parts of yourself that have never received that are afraid of what others think, that micromanage themselves, that filter and camouflage self-expression in order to fit in. And that takes a lot of courage. That takes a lot of fucking courage. To drop the entire persona that is built on fitting in, on impressing others, on striving for those societal markers of success like money and having a classical relationship or a good-looking boyfriend or girlfriend, being married, having children. There are all of these different markers of success depending on the culture you grew up in and the family system. And to ask yourself, are those really your values? Are you happy? Are you truly happy and fulfilled going in that direction? Or is there a truth within you that wants to be seen and expressed? Even if it means causing friction in the way your circle of friends, your family, or whomever sees you, perceives you. And being willing to love yourself enough, to support yourself enough, to go your unique path that leads to happiness. And happiness isn't at the end of your path. Happiness is the byproduct of being on your path. Just the process of you being authentically yourself, being on your path, is the happiness and the fulfillment you seek. As the saying goes, the journey is the destination. The path is the goal. Every human being truly craves, and I'm convinced of that, is to feel safe enough in their own skin, to feel safe enough within their own heart and body, to show all of themselves, to show all of ourselves to the world, to just radiate and shine who we are. And that can change, that can be fluid. You don't have to force yourself into a tight costume that doesn't fit you. And we have completely normalized that. We have normalized misery and suffering. And right now it is still rare to meet somebody who is willing to shine no matter what, who is willing to be happy, to be themselves no matter what, and who doesn't feel like I'm going to die if other people judge me. Because the part of you that feels like I'm gonna die if people judge me or don't get me or misperceive me, or if I'm gonna lose friends and relationships by being myself, that part needs your love in order to grow up, to strengthen and be nourished, and then find the safety and courage to do it anyway. To do it regardless. Because that's what you owe yourself. Don't you? Don't you deserve someone who supports you, who respects you, who sees you no matter what. And if the world hasn't given you someone by now who does that for you, then maybe it is your destiny and job to be that for yourself. To go first and not wait for life, for others, to do it for you. And I assure you, you will inspire many. You will give others permission to be happy by you choosing your happiness first. I love you. You got this. It will all make sense, and you deserve to be happy. Listen and embrace everything that arises in these days, in this time of ascension and great transformation on all levels. The foundation of self-love, which is being able to hold all of yourself and simply not run away. Self-love simply means not running away from yourself, from any feeling, from any belief, being curious, being willing to listen to yourself. That is the foundation of self-love. And through that foundation, you will be able to make the empowered choices that you already know are in your best interest. And you will be led step by step by step to a destiny, to a divine celebration, to a greatness that you know resides within you. You know you can be great. You know that you have so much potential that isn't yet actualized, and that's okay. That's why we're here, to have the journey. But you need the foundation of self-love to feel safe enough to change this world, to change your life powerfully. May you be blessed with that courage and clarity. And may it begin now. I love you. See you soon.